One of the most common questions that I get asked is, Dan, tell me about the cost of living in Hawaii. Is it really grossly expensive to live there? Well, I'm going to tell you that and a whole lot more in part one of this three-part series coming up next. I'm going to start a three-part series, and in part one, we're going to talk about taxes because this is a heavily taxed state. The second part of this is we're going to talk about a capital gains tax that this state imposes when you sell. Aside from the federal capital gains, this is a state capital gains. That'll be in part two. And then in part three, we're going to talk about insurances. But let's tackle property taxes, income taxes, and general excise tax today. First, property taxes. Here's the good news. Hawaii has some of the lowest property taxes in the nation. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but they get you in other places. Trust me. So it is pretty affordable to live here for property taxes. With this caveat, if you are living here full time, if this is your primary residence, then property taxes are calculated at $5.95 per 1,000. Okay, so you can do this math. Just take the price of the home, divide it by 1,000, multiply it by $5.95, and you'll get your taxes. Pretty affordable. Where we get into trouble is if you don't live here as your full-time residence and you are not a Hawaii resident, which is a lot of people. A lot of people have second homes here. And so that's where the state drastically ratchets it, kicks up the prices. So for a second home or investment property, short-term vacation rental, whatever you want to call it, you're paying $11.10 per 1,000. So almost double, $11.10 per 1,000. Now, if the value of the home exceeds $2 million, and many do here, you're going to hit with a luxury tax. And so what they're going to do is they're going to tax you the $11.10 for the value of the home up to $2 million. And anything over $2 million will be taxed at $13.60 per 1,000. So again, you can do the math. The house is worth $3 million. You're going to get roughly $22,000 in taxes on the first $2 million, and then $13.60 per 1,000 on the remaining $1 million. So not great. And there's other categories. There's agricultural, there's hotel zoned, but for the most part, everybody falls into those two categories. They are either a primary residence, a second home investment property, or they're in the luxury tax group. And that's how property taxes work here. Income tax. Income tax is a range. It's a graduated scale depending on how much you make, but it can go from 1.5% up to 11%. And I can tell you that most people fall into the 11% category. So income tax, state income tax here is 11%. Some people say, well, that's okay, that's not bad, that's not terrible, or that's really high. I came from a state where we had about 7% income tax, so 11% seems a lot. But this is, again, another but where they get you. They have something here called GE tax, or GET. It's called General Excise Tax. It's a tax on goods and services. So we all expect to pay sales tax on things that we buy, but they tax those and they tax services, meaning that if you have a plumber come and he does a $200 job, you get taxed like a sales tax on that service job. And the GE tax here on Hawaii Island is 4.7%. So if you're going throughout your year and you're paying for goods and services at 4.712 and you're paying 11% in state income tax, your effective rate is about 15%. Not good news. So the taxes here are tough. They are tough. And but again, as I always tell everybody, there is a price to live in paradise. And I'm going to tell you about that price in the next two videos. So catch me on video number 2 when we talk about what the HARPTA tax is, the capital gains tax, and who it applies to. And as always, if you need help buying, selling, or investing in real estate, contact me here at the Hawaii team. Call me on my cell phone, 808-987-3306, 808-987-3306. I'd love to hear from you, or check us out at thehawaiiteam.com. Until next time, aloha.